Hi everyone! So today I'm going to read you a story called Spaghetti and Meatballs for All by Marilyn Burns. You can take a little sneak peek at the title pictures. It looks like we have some book characters that may be a little nervous or a little confused. We have some happy characters. So it looks like there's a map on the table. So this is a mathematical story, so there will be some math inside this book. So this is Spaghetti and Meatballs for All by Marilyn Burns. One fine day, Miss Comfort was busy tending the lettuce patch in her garden. "You know, it's been a long time since we've seen the family," she said to her husband. "You're right," said Mr. Comfort. He was stretched out on a bench, doing what he liked to do best in the vegetable garden, reading a cookbook. "Maybe it's time for a family reunion," Miss Comfort said. "A wonderful idea," Mr. Comfort agreed. Let's see. Menus. Dinner for 2, serves 4 to 6. Banquets. How many people are we going to be having?" he asked. The Comforts called their children. They called their parents. Miss Comfort called her brother. Mr. Comfort called the next door neighbors, who were almost like family. Everyone could come. "That's 32 people altogether, including us," Mr. Comfort said. "What could we possibly fit in our oven and still feed 32 people?" He wondered out loud. "Why not make your famous spaghetti and meatballs?" asked Miss Comfort. "Good thinking," Mr. Comfort said. "Now, what about renting some tables and chairs?" asked Miss Comfort. She got out the telephone book. Two weeks later, the big day arrived. Mr. Comfort got up very early and spent all morning cooking. He baked 16 loaves of garlic bread and made 8 pounds of fresh pasta. He simmered 8 quarts of spaghetti sauce and rolled 96 meatballs. Mrs. Comfort picked all her ripe tomatoes, cucumbers, and lettuce for a salad. So if Mr. Comfort baked 16 loaves of bread and rolled out 96 meatballs, how many meatballs and loaves of bread did he make in all? Think about that in your head. While Miss Comfort waited for the tables and chairs she had rented, she drew a seating plan. Then she got out the dishes, the silverware, the glasses, the tablecloths, and some vases. But when the rental company arrived, they were 1 chair short. "Don't worry," said Mr. Comfort. "You'll think of something." So, they have 32 people. How many spoons, forks, and knives are they going to need all together? Miss Comfort found a folding chair. Now the tables were ready. Each had 4 place settings, 4 chairs, and a vase with lovely cut flowers. Mr. Comfort came out of the kitchen balancing 8 plates of celery and olives, 1 for each table. Just after noon, the Comfort's daughter and her husband arrived with their 2 children. "Welcome," said Miss Comfort. "Come sit," said Mr. Comfort. "Let's push 2 tables together so you can sit with us," suggested the Comfort's daughter. "But there won't be room," Miss Comfort said. "But yes, there is," Mr. Comfort said. "There's plenty of room and plenty of garlic bread." Everyone just was about to sit when a car pulled into the driveway. Miss Comfort's brother and his wife, their daughter, her husband, and their twin sons all spilled out. "Welcome," said Mr. Comfort. "Sit down, sit down." "Oh, let's push over 2 more tables so we can all sit together," said Miss Comfort's brother's wife. The Comfort's daughter and her husband got up to help. "That won't work," said Miss Comfort. All those tables that Miss Comfort put out, they're trying to push together so they can all sit together. You're so right, Mr. Comfort said. We'll have to push 2 more tables together. But that won't work either, said Miss Comfort. You're right, said Miss Comfort's brother's wife. Make way, shouted Miss Comfort's brother and the Comfort son-in-law. They each carried over a table and put them side by side. You don't understand, Miss Comfort sighed. My plan was... But no one heard her. Everyone was too busy. So now her 8 tables with 4 chairs each, 8 times 4 is 32, are now being pushed together to make one giant table. Do you think all 32 chairs are going to be able to fit around that giant table? Save some garlic bread for me, a new arrival called. Me too, me too, me too. 3 more voices piped in. Well, look who's here, said Miss Comfort's brother's daughter's husband. It was the Comfort's next door neighbors with their daughter and son. Hello, hello, said Mr. Comfort. So glad to see you. Have a seat while I get more garlic bread. But there is no place for them to sit, said Miss Comfort. Don't worry, said Miss Comfort's brother's wife. We'll just divide these tables into 2 groups of 4. Go ahead, said Miss Comfort, but I'm telling you, you fret too much, said Mr. Comfort. Bread, anyone? Miss Comfort's plan is getting all messed up. When all the tables have been rearranged, everyone sat down. See, Mom, the Comfort's daughter said, it worked out just fine. Miss Comfort sighed. Hiya, 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 boomed another familiar voice. Mr. Comfort's father, mother, and their little terrier strolled in. Hello, Grandma. Hello, Grandpa, the Comfort's daughter shouted. Oh, dear, said Miss Comfort. Where are they going to sit? No problem, said Mr. and Mrs. Comfort's next-door neighbor. If we just push all 8 tables into one long line, there will be enough room for everyone. Actually, Miss Comfort began to explain. Absolutely, said Mr. Comfort. He was carrying several big bowls of salad. Better move fast or this salad will really be tossed. Do you think if they push together 8 tables, they can fit 32 people around the whole table? 8 times 2 is only 16. So how could they fit 16 more people? Because 16 plus 16 is 32. No sooner had everyone gotten settled down than Miss Comfort's mother and father drove into the driveway with their yellow convertible. Hello, Grammy. Hello, Gramps, the Comfort's daughter shouted. Miss Comfort put down her fork. Oh, dear, she said. Don't worry, we're all family, right? Gramps said. Let's just split this table long lines into 2. There will be plenty of room for us to squeeze in. But it still isn't going to work because, Miss Comfort started to say, a bowl of salad slid into her lap. Sorry, said one of Miss Comfort's brother's daughter's twin sons. Mr. and Mrs. Comfort and their 18 relatives and neighbors were finally all seated. They passed the salad and the bread. They shared the celery and the olives. And when they heard a cheery, "Hi, everyone," most of them held on to their plates. The Comfort's son and his wife pedaled in on a bicycle for 2. Their twin daughters rolled in on skates. Didn't I tell you, Miss Comfort said, there's not enough room. No problem, Mom, said the Comfort son. We'll just divide these 2 lines of tables into 4 pairs. Okie dokie? 4 pairs. That would be 4 times 2. What does that equal? Wait, you're all forgetting something, said Miss Comfort. We're out of salad over here, the Comfort's daughter said. Don't put any tomatoes in mine, said the Comfort's next door neighbor's son. Is there more garlic bread? Asked Miss Comfort's mother. Who's got my silverware? Asked Mr. Comfort's father. Hey, Miss Comfort's brother's daughter's son said to his twin brother. That's my bread you're eating. Get your fingers out of my salad, the Comfort son daughter said to her twin sister. Don't play with your food, said the Comfort son's wife. What did you say? Asked Mr. Comfort. I said, Miss Comfort said. It's getting a little crazy inside the Comfort's house. Beep, beep! A big red van parked out on the curb. Out jumped Miss Comfort's sister and her husband and their triplets. All three of the triplets had brought their boyfriends, who were also triplets. Now do you see what I mean, Miss Comfort asked? Where are all they going to sit? How many people is that? I see an array of people, do you? I see 4 times 2. 8 more people. Well, my dearest, said Mr. Comfort, I haven't served the spaghetti yet. We'll just move a few chairs, reset a few places, and there will be plenty of room for everyone. I give up, cried Miss Comfort. She sat down in her chair and didn't budge. I say we divide the 4 pairs of tables into 8 single tables, said Miss Comfort's brother. He and his wife moved 1 pair of tables apart. The triplets and their boyfriends moved the other 3 pairs. You see, said Mr. Comfort, it all worked out. I see everything is back exactly the way I had it, said Miss Comfort. I knew you'd think of the same thing, said Mr. Comfort. Now how many meatballs would you like? All of a sudden, Miss Comfort's arrangements worked out the best. 4 times 8 is a perfect 32. So she has 8 tables with 4 people at each table. So that's like saying 4 times 8, which gets to 32. The end.